I recently got an email from a producer that works with Chris Hansen on their new show, on True Blue, like the Takedown, and they were like, "Let us know if you want to interview Chris Hansen," and I'm like,
yes,
boy. And all the anxiety rushes in. I'm like, I don't know, man. What am I going to ask him? What do I want to say? Oh my gosh! And Dane's like,
yes,
do it. And I'm like, oh God, I really should. I'd be so good. So, if you guys got any questions, in case that we do organize this and are able to do it, let me know in the comments. I want to know what some of the questions that you guys would like me to ask if I'm able to bring him on. But until then, we're going to watch Chris Hansen catch a religious man, a rabbi, I believe, David K.
I am Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on computer predators.
Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah!
oh yeah, Kaizen.
And of course, there's a comment right here that says, you can tell a rabbi's done it a lot because he was too comfortable walking that house to see a 13-year-old boy shaking my head. Oh, boy. I will say, too, like, someone, like, we down in the description, we have a document basically where you guys can recommend stuff to watch. And someone actually put like all the episodes of To Catch a Predator in some files for me. But the thing is like these videos, the ones they sent, they're all such bad quality. I mean, it's probably because, it's filmed in like the early 2000s or whatever, but I just wish I could find like an HD version of all these. So it would just look so much better, right?
That'd be awesome.
We could like really see these guys' faces and really make fun of them. But I guess it is what it is. It's so weird, like with resolutions changes over the years, how like something that looks so good on your television, like back in the early 2000s, you're like, oh my God, it can't get any better than this.
Right.
You go back and look and you're like, bruh.
Oh, that's so bad.
Looks so bad.
Yeah, it's so bad. I can't even tell like what all items are actually on this table except that water and like a Coke can in the back.
Yeah, right? There's just stuff.
Why does a 56-year-old man on his lunch hour walk into a house where he thinks a 13-year-old boy is home alone?
I still love I think I talk about this often. The idea that this is like we're trying to understand. It's like you have to have like this good, like, no, they just want to bust these dudes, and I'm all for that. But it's like it makes more sense to be like the reason the cameras are here is because we're doing a documentary on this. But no, it's the entertainment factor of like these predators getting busted, just watching them sweat on the spot is
too good. It's too
so good. I mean, I hope for one day that there'll be no need for these shows to exist. It'll like all that stuff will be gone. Until then, I hope they keep getting exposed.
Yeah, and tased.
And like so many of the other men who ultimately visited us in Fairfax County, Virginia, this guy was a prominent member of society.
Prominent member of society. Always a rabbi, in the church, so I guess.
Yeah, they've had like everything here, like school teachers. Remember the bus driver dude? And
yeah.
Hey, hold 1 second. I gotta change my shirt. Yeah.
Okay.
It's still day.
What do you think his story is, Dane? You think he's here to do some religious stuff? He's here to mentor a young boy?
Oh, yeah. Making sure he's not doing things like he's saying online. He's coming here to save him.
Right. Oh, he's here to save his soul. Oh, thank goodness he's here.
So gonna be up for tonight after seeing your girlfriend?
We'll see.
So you're still going to be up for the night after seeing your girlfriend. So he went and saw his girlfriend, and he left there and came here. Okay.
Wow.
Oh, rabbi's got a girlfriend. Wait, is that again?
I don't even know. Can you?
I mean, maybe that's like a really old thing to where like the religious guys had to be like the teachers in Peter, right? They couldn't sexual sins of the flesh kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
It's a very, very old, very old way of things.
The level of comfort we see says to me they're either very comfortable taking part in this activity or they've done it before.
It's really like a catch either way. Like if they come in super comfortable, then you're like, oh, you must have done this a lot. But imagine like if a dude came in like scared and jumping, like looking around the corners, then you'd be like, well, he knows what he's doing is wrong.
Yeah.
In both scenarios, they both know what they're doing is wrong, but with like that guy's like super aware. Like the fact that they're here, period, it's just
wrong.
Just as he finishes that ha ha ha, he turns around and I walk into the room, and you see this physical reaction on his part.
Yeah, I love that when they recognize Chris Hansen. Another thing too is like all of like the modern ones they do of like the people, like there's been a couple of guys that like they don't know who Chris Hansen is. Everybody knows who Chris Hansen is. It's like a joke Like, it's like, if you're talking about pedophilia or predators, Chris Hansen's always involved like that. Oh, we need to call Chris Hansen. It's like South Park, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Everybody knows who Chris Hansen is.
So how can I help you? Go ahead, have a seat.
Whoa.
Not even a response. Not even, oh, hey, hey, I'm just hanging out. Have a
He's
seat,
resisting
buddy.
the seat so far.
Yeah, he's.
I think that's what he's.
He can only serve one. He's got the calling of God and then the calling of Chris Hansen in that chair. He can't. He's got to resist it. He's been resisting temptation. Well, I say that. He's here. Never mind. Yeah.
Right. He's been giving in.
I suggest you sit down and take your hands out of your pockets, please.
Ooh, now he's giving him the official, I suggest.
What are you doing here?
Not something good.
Oh, why don't you tell me what your plan was?
Not something good.
Wow.
I want to be. This isn't good.
The sudden realization that this isn't good. It was good until Chris Hansen
So
walked
Chris
out.
walked in, right. He was laughing about seeing his girlfriend and seeing this person after.
Oh, and all of a sudden, ooh, no, this isn't good. I shouldn't be here, Chris. Oh, what have I done? Oh, gasp.
Can I know who you are, please?
I want to know a little bit more about why you were here at first.
I always love that. He's like, who are you? I'm not telling you. They're worried that he's a cop, right?
Yeah.
Maybe at this point, he's like, I don't know. Like, this is back in the day before Chris Hansen became synonymous with catching predators.
Imagine being a guy going into someone else's house and then demanding to see some identification from them. That is
Right?
just the craziest thought process I've ever heard in my life. You need to show me who you are, okay? All right, I know I'm in your house or what I think is your house.
Right. I didn't know who you are, sir. Tell me, why are you here?
Now, I don't want to lie to him, but I don't want to let him know I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC just yet. Well, I'm happy to tell you.
'Cause that's his
who I am,
bombshell.
but I also want to go over some of this chat log with you.
Yeah, I'm happy to tell you. But let's talk about what you got in this chat log. And the guy just forgets he's wondering who Chris Hansen is, and is like, oh my God, you have all that? That's like 30 pages.
You were setting up a meeting with a 13-year-old boy.
Like, this guy's actually weirdly good at this.
Yeah. I don't know if he's thought it out before in his head or... ugh.
He's not throwing out a bunch of reasons or, gobbledygook that doesn't make sense like the guys normally do when they try to panic. He's panicked, obviously, but he's still like kind of cool as a cucumber at the same time. And it's kind of
I
becoming...
think he's just all the way defeated.
You think so? You think he's just crushed?
Yeah, I think he's just crushed. Like Chris Hansen telling him to have a seat. He didn't want to have a seat. Once he did,
The pearly gates of heaven have just closed, Dave.
that's right. And he knows.
The only gates he's getting through is the one to prison.
The transcript of it.
Do you have anything to say for yourself? I like sucking and being sucked.
Jesus Christ. Probably got those like circled with like a Sharpie. He's like, this will get him. Yeah, let me shake you up with this one. Yeah.
Oh, you don't want to respond? Let me hit you with the hard stuff.
What do you do for a living?
A rabbi.
A rabbi. Now, presumably, you counsel families and children in your position as a rabbi.
Maybe you're right. Maybe he just is completely defeated. Maybe he's like, I kind of think he still thinks Chris is a cop, and so he's not saying too much. He's like, you have the trend. I'm not. I'm not admitting to anything. I've helped families.
I don't want to do anything that's going to further make you angry.
No, I'm not angry.
You're coming across.
He's hitting Chris with the, I don't want to make you mad. I just want to de-escalate the situation. I'm a rabbi. We can talk this through. Like, oh my God.
You sent pornographic pictures through the mail. Okay, that's a federal offense right there.
Look, you know I'm in trouble, and I know I'm in trouble.
He sent pics too.
Wow.
I'm thinking about what you said earlier. I do wish Chris would hit him with like a, well, let me see your ID. Who are you?
Yeah, right.
Is that you just go into other people's houses and ask them ID all the time? Huh?
I know I'm in trouble. I am not interested in getting any further
Okay, that's important. He's not interested in getting in further trouble. Yeah, okay.
So he really thinks he's a cop for sure.
Yeah, he's one of the few that we've seen on the show that just doesn't like babble himself into a confession, basically.
Right.
Which I don't know if like the admission, like you have the email like confirming that Chris has what he sent, Right. He's like, well, you have it. You have everything I said, right? Yeah, I don't know how that goes.
I was going to say, also acknowledging he's not here for anything good.
Yeah, I'm not here for anything good. He knows he's in trouble.
Nothing good is happening here.
This is not something that I've done.
Never done it before.
Because I hear that a lot. You see a reaction.
I love it. Yeah, that's a bingo card. Boop.
Yep.
I am Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on computer predators.
Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah!
Oh, yeah! Tase him!
Yes!
Tase him! Is he trying to fight? He's getting God. He's getting tased, kid. I
Jumped
feel
out.
it.
No, not the camera. It's like, dude, you've been on camera since you walked in this door. Oh, that's such a great reaction. Oh, my gosh. That's the first time we've seen a dude go for the camera like that. Come on, guys.
You don't want to touch anybody. You don't want it. It was really one of the only times.
What is that?
Oh boy, he's about to come after Chris.
He's gonna get tased. He's about to get tased.
He's coming after Chris. Come around that. He just can't believe it. How come?
This is TV. I thought you were a cop.
The security guy's like, nah, bro, you better step back.
The only time, really, where somebody actually physically lunged at me. Now, looking back, I really don't think I was in much danger.
Looking back, he was a little guy.
Looking back, I would have smashed this kid. You know what I'm saying?
Sit down.
You don't have any
You're
right
free to leave anytime.
There he goes. I'm out of here. See you later. Oh, boy. He could be left immediately. Mm-hmm. Well, she was never detained or anything to begin with. He could have left at any time, but he didn't know that.
We got phone calls from him for months, and he was downright mean. He blamed us for his situation.
Of course he did. He showed up, but then blamed me. I was entrapped. You made me send nudes to someone I thought was underage. How dare you? Oh, God.
Right.
We offered him the chance to do an interview. He initially said yes, but only if we didn't show the video from the house, didn't show his face, or identify what he did for a living.
Yeah, what kind of interview would that be? Like this?
Right. No, sir.
Hello, sir. We don't know what you do, who you are, what you did, but how are you, I guess?
Unlike the more recent ones, we did not have police doing a parallel investigation. These guys walked away.
This must have been like from the very first season then, like before they had police involved. This is before they had the police in it. So he left. He just left.
And Perverted Justice supplied police with the chat logs. So ultimately, a lot of these guys were prosecuted.
Okay, so yeah, they'll give the stuff to the cops, and the cops go get them. And then after this, the cops will be like, we'll just come and get them and save us having to hunt them down later.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so NBC's follow-up segment with Rabbi David Kay.
Earlier this week, he resigned his staff position, informing his employer he was going to be featured in this Dateline story.
Okay, so he stepped away from his job and was like, hey, they got me. They got me, and then went on TV, and I'm done.
Also had no comment about this picture Dateline found in a group photo, including 2 other rabbis caught and convicted of soliciting a child for sex.
Oh my gosh. Are you serious?
What was the big breaking news back in the day about goddamn rabbis and altar boy stuff? Is this what this is from?
Maybe it is.
I don't remember. I remember it being like this big deal, but I didn't care about I was younger, so I didn't care about the news or anything. I don't remember what it is. Let me know in the comments, like, what all that was about, like, early 2000s. That was a huge...
Dude, that's like a little ring right there.
About that. Total of 3 of it in one picture. Crazy. Okay, so this is like the Wikipedia stuff, right? The updates. Rabbi resigned from his position as an official within the educational program for Jewish high school students as a direct result of this chat log with Dateline Group Media Bust. Thankfully, he will no longer be working alongside high school age children for the immediate future, hopefully after being featured on Page and Dateline. He'll never be able to work with children again. 2006, he was convicted of both counts against him. He is currently incarcerated in federal prison, faced 60 years in prison. Oh my gosh. And then in 2006, he was sentenced to 6.5 years in prison. Oh boy. The two other men in the picture were also convicted. Rabbi Jared Levy from Florida pleaded guilty in 2001 on 2 counts of soliciting sex through the internet to counts of child pornography. He was sentenced to 6 years in prison. And Rabbi Israel Kastenbaum, New Jersey, sentenced to 5 years of probation and counseling in a cyber proposed case. He pled guilty to trying to arrange sexual tryst over the internet. Police officers posting a 13-year-old girl named Kate. The judge explained that he did not sentence Kestenbaum to jail because the rabbi's wife has cancer. Okay, wow. So he had to take care of his wife, so he didn't have to go to jail. He just went on probation. Okay, right. Wow. Right. Well, let me look at the Wikipedia and see if there's any newer updates. So it talks about on the Wikipedia, it talks about the trial actually quite a lot about it. Like right here at the top, though, it says he described his urges as an addiction, telling the court that he had struggled with sexual identity issues since he was a young adult and throughout his entire married life of 30 years. It was quite a burden on me. He admitted that he felt a tremendous amount of shame. He claimed the person was supposed to meet had lied about personal details. He was engaging in role play. It's an addiction.
I mean, I don't feel any sympathy for him, to be honest with you, because whatever's plagued you for 30 years has brought you to a house where you are going to ruin someone else's life and traumatize them. Forget that guy.
Yeah, he was released in prison from January 2012. It looks like he tried to rejoin some congregations back in 2012, but they wouldn't let him. He was arrested again in 2013 for not registering as a sex offender, using the internet without prior approval, and viewing pornographic images. He was arrested a third time in 2018 for repeatedly violating the terms of his probation over the course of 5 years since his last period of incarceration by buying unauthorized devices to access the internet, soliciting sex, owns Craigslist, buying pornography, and opening lines of credit without disclosing the activity of the probation officer. So the dude just, oh my God, talk about an addiction. Holy crap. And then sometime between his release in February 2021, he was incarcerated again. He was classified as a Tier 3 offender in Virginia, which is the highest risk offender. However, he was released mid-2023. Now lives in Maryland, where he's listed as a Tier 2 sex offender. In Maryland, Tier 2 offenders must register as sex offenders in a minimum of 25 years before they can petition to be removed, which will most likely last until the end of his life.
Glad they caught him when they did, because this dude would have just continued in the shadows, because he obviously continued even after being caught. Like, that didn't deter him. That didn't stop him. You know what I'm saying? So...
he had to get his kick somehow on the internet, huh? Well, anyway, that's the end of that video. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. Wow, what a wild one. What a wild ride. He has an ex-wife and 2 daughters. He's divorced. But anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like, leave a comment, do all that cool stuff. If today's your birthday, happy birthday. Say toast to my friends. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.